Can you imagine? Can you believe? Is this reality? This is week 18. Like, we are at the end. We are at the end. This is Destination Fantasy Podcast, week 18. And bro, like, what are your thoughts? Like, how did we get here so quick?
Man, it got hit quick. We in the playoffs and people in the championships, and some people just got their seeding games, left. But it's over. It's a done deal. It came and went that quick.
Man, like like Deshaun would say, is he may join us in a little while, but he always say as soon as football season, starts, pretty much at the end of the year, which, I mean, we are in 2024 now. Uh but boy, yeah, this fantasy season, like every year, just goes in the blink of an eye. Um that being stated, man, look, majority, I would say at least 90% of leagues, if not more, finished last week. Um,
Yep.
Me and you was fortunate enough to be in championship games in different leagues.
Yep.
Unfortunately for me, um, my part of my team wet the bed. Lamar Jackson came to play, but I can't really say the same about everybody else. However, I, I am talking to a champ here, man. I mean, first year in my league, in my main league that I have with Deshaun for well over a decade now. You came
Yeah.
in, you took on the gold, man. How you feeling? I mean, just explain to the world how you feel, bro.
And it was good. Like I said, I thought I wasn't gonna get it done. Started off pretty good. I'm like, man, I'm about to blow them out. And then, a couple games went past. And I'm like, oh man, they gonna wet the bed up. We gonna get to this last week. They gonna wet the bed up. But we got it done. Actually, this is my first time ever winning a fantasy league that I've ever been in.
Really?
Yes, this is my first time ever. I've got close, probably got to the championship or got one game away, and it just never worked out. Somebody always get hurt, injured, or somebody wet the bed. But yeah,
Wow. So,
first one.
man, did you feel like LeBron when he said, it's about damn time?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
or or KG, like anything is possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I did not know that was the first time you took home gold. That's
Yeah, man. I had thought about it, like, man, this is the first time I ever won.
man, I'm even more honored to be here for it. I actually got to see it. Oh, like literally, it's within my league. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. So, all right, people, today's show. Um, like I said, it's not too many people that's still playing in leagues, but if you have questions, we're answering. Also, this is just more so for giving celebrations, awards, acknowledging uh, you know, different players this year that really did his thing. And also, I mean, we could definitely talk some actual NFL football here because I know you weren't able to join us yesterday
Yeah.
on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. You can find that live 7 a.m. Saturday mornings on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram these days. But yeah, we definitely gonna discuss our Bears. We are Bears fans, even though Ian is also a Panthers fan, Lions fan. Got a Rams tattoo on his arm. Anything with the color blue. Underground Michigan Wolverines fan. Like the list goes on and on. But so and also when Deshaun gets on, he has his bus. Every year, Deshaun has a bus of players that basically Get on the bus, line them all up, everybody gets seated with their seatbelts on, right off into the sunset and never come back.
Yep.
So yeah, you definitely don't want to be part of that bus. So, but yeah, so really quick, just want to acknowledge. So got a category called, obviously the fantasy MVP, the overall MVP of fantasy football this year is without a doubt Christian McCaffrey, without a doubt
Yeah, I it's foregone conclusion. I don't even think it's close.
at all. And it's crazy because some people who had like the first pick or the second pick in the draft, a lot of people still had concerns about drafting Christian McCaffrey because of his injury history. I get it, but it's
Yeah,
like, bro, you cannot. That's like a can't miss player at all.
yeah,
Um, so yeah. If I'm not mistaken, at least 50%, if not more, of the teams that made the finals had Christian McCaffrey on the team. Your
yep,
team, Adam?
yep, yep,
My team that made the finals did not. But I mean, yeah, either way, that's a phenomenal stat for Christian McCaffrey. Also, Josh Allen was QB1, and as much as we, you know, talk about bad with Josh Allen at times, and, and,
yeah.
and I got this one friend who compared Josh Allen to Ralph off of The Simpsons, who just always
Yeah.
find himself in some trouble somewhere.
Yep.
But I mean, the man still puts up numbers. He do, man, and heck, he helped me out in one of my leagues this year. I couldn't get the job done, but nevertheless, I mean, he was the main reason why I made the playoffs
Yeah.
because Josh
Yeah.
Allen is that guy fantasy wise.
Yeah.
CD Lamb. So
Definitely receiver one.
yeah, and he got it by I think I want to say around 12 to 13 points ahead of Tyreek Hill. And granted,
Mm.
Tyreek Hill did miss a game,
Yeah.
but nevertheless, I mean, CD Lamb did show, especially in around the playoff time, in them high leverage moments, that man was putting the team on his back and pretty much was getting done. Like I think ever since like week 2, or whenever like CD Lamb made his statement, like after the game or
Yeah. It was
something.
early. Yeah, it was early in the season, but it had to be between week after no later than week 5 or 4 or something like that.
Right. It definitely around the end of September or something like that.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it was the rest was history.
Yeah. He it's been up since then. Been on a tear.
And then Sam Laporta, look, um just let's just like rewind it back to the draft last year, the NFL draft with the Detroit Lions, where they traded DeAndre Swift. And me personally at the time, like, what are you all doing?
Yeah.
But they drafted Jameer Gibbs, and I'll get to him in a few. They drafted Sam Laporta, and both of them turned out to be rock stars for the team. Um,
Even when
Sam,
they let go TJ Hawkinson, I was like,
right?
he was my go-to tight end in fantasy for years. But I mean, like you say, Sam Laporta, I mean, he's had to come in as a rookie, he had a monster year.
Ooh, it's like, does he have a chance to possibly be this generation's Travis Kelsey? I know it's way too early
Yeah.
for that, but I mean, he's off to
But
the right
but
start.
yeah, but I mean, coming in like that, I mean, what can you say? Anything is possible.
Shout out to KG, bro. But yeah, like that's so yeah, Sam Laporta, like you definitely did your thing. So yeah, that's so yeah, those basically the number ones for each position, each category. Um, and I'm gonna throw out like just uh, it like so I'm gonna just throw out some random names that you wouldn't even think that'd be like in the top 10 in each position, and you're gonna be like, what? So like for instance, Jordan show no love. He's QB5 on the year.
Hmm. I guess I could see that quietly. I guess I could see that.
because like that one stretch, I think I want to say in October, where he was like, he only had like 2 touchdowns and like 8 interceptions or something like that. And then after that, he
Yeah,
did it.
like around Thanksgiving or like a little bit before that. I think he went on a run.
Yeah, he's been consistent. He's definitely been, you know, I guess their guy per se. Um, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your boy Baker Mayfield, he finished QB 10 on the year.
I was just about to say, I know he got to be top 10. I know he got to be top 10.
Like
He's had a pretty solid year.
he
I had a
has, and
discussion about him the other day. I'm not really a big fan of him, but in a division that's just kind of in the air, does anybody can take it. He been getting the job done.
he has playing the best football of his career
Yeah.
at the right time, at the fork in the road. He's doing what he has to do. Um, your boy CJ Stroud, because he missed what 2 or 3 games? I forgot how many, and
Yeah, he missed
it was
two. He missed 2 games. 2 games in a
oh,
row. Yep.
all right. So and that was with a concussion, I believe.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Yep.
But he finished the QB 8,
Mm. Had a great
missing
game
two
last night
games.
too.
Yeah, shout out to the CJ and the Texans for getting it done.
Yeah.
No shot at Colts fans here. Like I feel bad for y'all on that one, but
Yeah, that drop yesterday was nasty.
dog, I have questions. I was hoping I was hoping Walter could join us as an avid Colts fan here on the panel. I just want to get his take
Yeah.
because I definitely have a lot of questions about that one. That
Yeah.
didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But yeah, Mahomes finished 7th. Just so you know, Jalen Hurts was second, Lamar Jackson third, Dak Prescott 4, Brock Purdy 6, Jared Goff
Mm.
9. So that's the top 10 for quarterbacks. Man, number 2, you would not believe who number 2 is. I'm a little surprised.
At running back.
Yeah,
Mm.
you would not believe this one.
I know it's not AK. I know it's not Alvin. Is it Alvin Kamara?
But Alvin is top 10. But
No, who is it?
Travis Etienne.
Really? Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know what?
And it's by us. It's by 1 point over Mostert.
I guess he just don't get the recognition, and with them having Trevor, I guess he just kind of be in the background. But he's been healthy all year, so man, he's kind of used like Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey and Mostert. So yeah, I guess I can see that.
I it threw me off.
Kind of
I honestly
surprising because he's not really put in the spotlight like that,
right,
like those other
and
guys.
I know he's been good, but that's hats off, man. And I was definitely wrong. Before the season started, that was one of the guys I was gonna avoid because I thought more so. I thought the offense they would have got the ball to Calvin Ridley a lot more than what they did, and I
Yep.
thought Tank Bigsby would have been more of a thing, but no. No, they stuck with ETN, and I'm happy he had the year that he had.
Yeah.
And they're playing uh, for a division crown today, and that's not a foregone conclusion on that one. So yeah, Raheem Mostert, literally 1 point behind ETN, and consider Mostert missed last week, so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Brees Hall was fourth.
Mm.
Uh, Kyron Williams, who missed 4 games, I think,
He missed a while.
or
At
five,
least
4 or 5.
like a month. He had at least a
Yeah,
month. Yeah.
because he was put on IR as well.
Because I
Yeah,
had him early in the season.
now that one right there. He rounds out the top 5 for running backs. That one right there, I felt like if he was never hurt,
He
he'd be
he would
pushing
pushing
McCaffrey
for
a little
yeah.
bit. Even though I will say this, like McCaffrey, Like the gap between 1 and 2 is well over 120 some points.
Yeah,
But
just because of his, him catching the ball at the backfield, getting multiple touchdowns and things like that. But Kyron Williams probably would be too, probably for sure, in a
yes,
more traditional way. Yeah,
yeah, because I mean, because Raheem Mostert would have been too if he not if he would have played last week. But Raheem Mostert's like production was more so
yeah.
touchdowns and busts. Because I think he 20 or 21 on the year, which is insane. But nevertheless, Kyron Williams was like,
Touchdown machine.
yes, that man won a lot of leagues this year in the playoffs. So number 6, Rashad White. Like he came on the second half of the year. He did his thing.
Yep.
Um, Joe Mixon finished 7th. That's
Mm.
impressive. Uh, so this next one here. So I asked a question on our reels and said like, would he be a top 5 running back this year? And had I felt like he got more opportunity based on the situation, he would have. And that's Jameer Gibbs. He finished RB8. That
If
man's
you give him, I mean, so well, in the beginning of the season, it was David Montgomery who was really RB1.
right.
Starting from the Chiefs game and on. But as time went on, they kind of kept giving the ball to Jamar Gibbs more and more. And then, by the end of the season, you look up, he RB1. So I think you have to start him off like that with him being a rookie. But let's just say if he just started off day one, RB1, no David Montgomery, or, David Montgomery just simply used for the goal line. I think he's top five.
Easily. And remember that week, that first game of the year, what he only had what like 5 touches or something like that. It was
Yeah,
something
against the Chiefs,
ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, man, let that man cook. Um, so we got our brother Brandon Price. Good morning.
Good morning, Brandon.
Man, once again, the early morning sports talk podcast, live Saturday mornings on Facebook with Brandon and ourselves here. Uh live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So appreciate you for stopping by, B. Um, but let me finish out this top 10 for running backs. This is an interesting list. So number 9, your boy AK-41,
Okay.
and then number 10, man, this is a vintage name right here. This is King Henry at number 10.
King Henry, okay. I'm surprised he only had 10 though.
See, I feel like
Has he been hurt?
I mean, so two things that went against him really this year. I don't even think it was the injury per se, but one, you got Tajay Spears that they've been like giving the ball to,
Mm-hmm.
taking his time away. But two, and I think actually most importantly, the quarterback play,
Yeah,
like that hurt a lot.
yeah.
Less opportunities, can't even convert third downs. I don't know how many 3-and-outs they probably had this year.
Stacking eight in the box, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's the running backs top 10. I think wide receivers. You got CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill, 1 and 2. Um, the Sun God, Amon-Ra St. Brown at 3. Um,
Man,
he had an impressive year. AJ Brown, he's 4. Puka, it's top 5.
top five. Wow, over Cup. That's crazy.
Puka, like that strong start. A lot of people were
Yeah,
questioning if he was going to actually, be able
he
to
stayed
continue his
afloat.
production.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did his thing. Uh, Number 6, your boy Keenan Allen here. He missed like the last month of the year, but I mean
yeah.
he
I had Keenan Allen. Yeah, I literally just let him go in my other league because I'm just playing for like a placing game today, but the last week. But
yeah.
yeah, he put up numbers every week. and he's been out for a while now.
And so that was always has been his I guess the negative about him because the talent is there, the
Yeah,
production is always there.
every week. Yep, every week. But like
It-
you said, you don't know with Keenan. He give you 10 good straight weeks, and he'll miss a month, or he'll give you one good game, then he'll miss the whole year. So
yes.
you never know.
So yeah, Keenan finished sixth. Mike Evans, top 10, finished at number 7.
Consistent.
Man, ooh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, let me make sure if I'm counting right. Yep, okay. Our boy number 2, DJ Moore.
DJ.
Yeah, number 8. Now, this next one right here, I mean, last night he pretty much showed you why he is him, Nico Collins.
Bro, I was just saying last night, I was like, oh, it's crazy. Like, CJ, they made him to like a number one receiver, bro. I said, it's just crazy.
Dude,
He's
like,
had a monster year, man. A team that I wouldn't want to see in the playoffs. Young, they don't have no expectations.
no, they playing with house money, man.
Yeah,
Now, the winner of the AFC South is going to be playing Cleveland,
yeah.
which good luck. Good luck, because Joe Flacco and them boys are not joking around at all. But
With that D line, yeah,
I would give the Texans a better chance of beating Cleveland than I would Jacksonville at this current state. That's just my honest opinion.
yeah. Jacksonville, they kind of been in a. I don't know, they've been playing like themselves as of lately.
No, and I think a lot is because of the injuries. They just keep piling up here.
Yeah.
And then the last one in the top 10 is Stephon Diggs. Stephon
Oh, so
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs right now. Okay.
Yeah, he rounds out the top 10.
No Jalen Waddle.
Nah, no penguins out here today.
Mm.
No
So
penguins. But I do have a bus driver here. What's up, man? You good?
I'm good, bro. Like I got a delay, as you guys know. Man,
Yeah.
like I couldn't start my morning off any worse, but man, I am here though, bro. How y'all feel?
We good. We good. We good.
Pretty good. So right now we're just going through the fantasy MVPs, which MVPs of each category: Josh Allen, CMC, CD Lamb, and Sam Laporta. We
Mm.
just went through the top 10 for each position, except for tight ends. We're gonna get to that. Then I'm gonna mention the all rookie fantasy team, and then we gonna. I know the bus is waiting, so we gonna get to that bus. So let's get to tight ends real quick. So Sam Laporta beats out um, Travis Kelsey by 6 points here. So Laporta 1, Travis Kelsey 2. And make no mistake about it, though, the way TJ Hawkinson was playing, he probably would have ended tight end 1 this year. He finished third and been on IR for the last, I don't know, few games. So just
That's crazy. That's
that
crazy.
is. Evan Ingram is tight end 4 on the year.
Mm.
George Kittle rounds out the top 5. Now, the next 3 I'm actually like happy for, just for them as football players. David and Njoku finished tight end 6.
Man, especially after what happened with Njoku and like the fireworks and wearing
Yeah.
like the mask. Man, I think it revived that man's career in some way, shape, or form. Shout out to Joe Flacco as well, man, for
Man,
putting him up on like the fantasy map in like the last few games of like the season. So
heck yeah. So we got that happening. Tight end 7 is right here in our backyard. Ian Cole Komet, tight end 7.
Mm. That's
Trey
good. That's good.
McBride,
That's good.
tight
That's
end
good.
8. Jake Ferguson, tight end 9.
Yeah, pretty good year in Dallas. Yeah, pretty good year.
And this one's a little. It's a familiar face. I guess you can have. there's similar ties to Dallas on this one. Dalton Schultz, tight end 10.
Hmm. I seen him last night. Okay.
Now, mind you, I'll say this: tight end 11 is Mark Andrews, and as we know, what happened to Mark
Yeah.
Andrews,
Mm-hmm.
he definitely would have been in that hunt had that
Top
not happened.
30. Easy. Probably number one.
Possibly. So yeah, that's the tight ends top 10 position, and then just real quick, the all rookie fantasy team: C.J. Stroud, Jameer Gibbs, Puka. Just so you know, Deshaun Puka finished top 5 overall, and Sam Laporta.
Laporte. Yeah.
All right, I think I hear the bus revving up here. All right, so once again, let's explain this. Deshaun has a bus every year. He lines up the guys, gets them on the bus, make sure the seat belts are strapped in. He gives the cue. The bus rolls off into the sunset, and it never returns. So these are players that will not be picked next season, according to Deshaun.
Okay, so I did it. So I switched it up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
So what I did is, and a couple names on here gonna shock you guys, right?
Uh-oh.
So just I got it solely based on this year, from where they ADP was, to where like what type of value they could have gave you, or what other value you could have gotten in that spot.
That's
So
fair.
without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this list off, right? Okay. So number one for me is Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler.
Mm.
Now I'm gonna say this, man. In the past, Austin Eckler has been fantastic, right? He's been worthy of that number one overall pick, and that was pretty much where he was picked. In a couple of leagues, he was picked over names like CMC. I mean, which was clearly a big mistake. Austin Eckler in PPR format, sitting right now from weeks 1 through 17, not including like this, this week that we got coming up now. He's sitting at RB 25, guys.
Oof.
RB 25 for Austin Eckler, for a guy that you paid a premium on. A lot of people, like he was like Jamar Ian, he was picked 1.1 or 1.2 in fantasy leagues this year.
He was.
So
Oh,
I mean, it's Austin Eckler. I hate to do it to you. I know you love the culture of fantasy football. We appreciate it. You look out for us. You know what I mean. But hey, you on the bus, bro. You on the bus. I can't. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. But joining you on said bus, I got a couple of other running backs that will be joining him. This name, it hurts me to put this guy on the bus.
Uh-oh.
It hurts
Uh-oh.
me. It's still a nation, ladies and gentlemen. Still a nation. Najee Harris. So I'm gonna say this. Najee Harris, congratulations on your third straight 1,000-yard season as of last night. So kudos to you for
Wait,
doing
hold
that.
on. Time out. Wait, this man has 3 straight years, 1,000
He
yards.
has three.
I wouldn't even know
I
that.
never knew that.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't even know it, right? So no, he completed his third straight 1,000-yard season. Okay, and let's address the elephant in the room, right? So
Uh-oh.
you do have an additional game, right? You have that like that 17th game in the season. So by Deshaun's standards, you did not top 1,000 yards. So between my I get it, and like a lot of people have like issues with that. If you did not get your statistics from week 1 to 16, I don't want to hear it. Okay, so I don't want to hear it. Now, I mean, he still did reach it, albeit with an additional game. But take last night's game out because it wasn't factored in. Najee Harris was sitting at RB 27. You know what I mean? And that's
Wow.
definitely not a good look for Najee, man. Pollard on that bus, Logan. Perfect segue. Perfect segue. I don't know if you can see that name right there. Can you guys see it? Tony Pollard. Logan. He's on that bus, bro. I'm glad you said that. Tony freaking Pollard. All right. So what we thought would be just the knight in shining armor to, like Dallas and, Zeke leaving, we like, Tony Pollard was super explosive. He's going to do his thing, right? He's going to be that bell cow RB1. Wrong. We were all wrong. He looked terrible, you guys. Like, and again, I didn't want to give him too much flack because in a PPR league, like let's just take standard out of it. Tony Pollard still finished RB 14 on the year, so it was still outside of that realm, but it just didn't live up to those expectations on
Facts.
where pretty much like everyone was picking him. one of the things that really killed him was like the inconsistency there. You know what I mean? So I'm not sold on that guy, but I'm glad he said that. I'm glad he said
That
that.
is perfect timing, bruh.
All right, so let's
Hilarious.
let's go ahead and we got the running backs out the way. Ian, I know you're gonna agree with this player, Calvin
Uh-oh.
Ridley. Calvin
Man,
Ridley.
man,
So
bro.
so shout out to Ian. I think you did win the
He did.
he won the dual quarterback league, right?
Yep, he won
Yeah,
the
And that was
main
a
yeah,
league.
league
yeah,
in
yeah.
which you dropped Calvin Ridley in, right?
Yep.
So you gotta be patting yourself on the back, and I gotta be shaking my head because I picked him up. I paired him with Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? And that just didn't do very, very well for me. He finished as wide receiver 24, you guys. Wide receiver
Yikes.
24 in
I didn't see
PPR
that.
format. And the thing about that is you see we seen like how he was looking in like training camp. You know what I mean? Like he was looking fluid, like running routes. And then
That
like
first
after week
game.
one, yeah, that
Yeah,
first
that
game,
first.
like we were feeling
Yeah.
good, right?
Yep.
Wrong, you guys. Wrong. Wide
Dang.
receiver 24, man.
This
So
man was the mass singer, huh?
yeah, man. It sucked. Especially for like such a talented wide receiver. We thought that this was going to be unlocked potential, like what AJ Brown is to Jalen Hurts, or Stephon
Mm.
Diggs is to
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen,
Yep.
Yep.
or DJ
Or
Moore is to you guys guy Justin Fields. No, no, no. It hasn't been there. So Calvin Ridley, you deserve a spot on that bus as well.
whew.
Another wide receiver,
Uh-oh.
and I was pretty light on this one. T. Higgins. Okay, T. Higgins. Now I get it.
Mm.
I get it
There,
though.
there, there are injuries, you guys.
Yeah.
Injuries play a huge part in it. I think T. Higgins been banged up. He's been banged out, but he hasn't just been looking the part. I know Jamar Chase is there. Jamar Chase missed like a game and a half or something like that. He did step up in his absence, but to be wide receiver 48 and to miss 2 games, like
Ooh.
that's tough. Wide receiver 48, y'all. From weeks
Ooh.
1 through 17, he is wide receiver 48. You know what I mean? So T. Higgins, man, like I feel for you.
That and I'll just add this note, this little nugget to it. Um, for that to happen is definitely a travesty. And anybody that says, well, Joe Burrow wasn't there, blah blah blah, like I get that too. But
I mean,
for T. Higgins to be in the 40s and
48, bro.
48 and Jamar Chase, I think if I'm not mistaken, when I was looking at the list, I think wide receiver 11. That's insane. It ain't like he didn't get the opportunity either, because there's been plenty of targets for Mr. Higgins. So
No,
hmm
and the thing about it is like you look at guys like you already mentioned, Jamar Chase still was, he still did his thing. Jay Brown, it was almost as if Cincinnati truly didn't miss a step. You know what I mean?
to a
Like
certain degree, yes.
they were still putting up points. Um,
hmm
you know, so like I had to do it. Like T Higgins. A lot of people speculate T. Higgins won't be there. I don't think they can afford for him to be there. So hopefully he has a successful year next year. This tight end, man. God, Jamar.
Uh-oh.
Boy.
Uh-oh.
He's been featured on the bus two years straight. So clap it up,
Dang.
y'all. Clap it
Dang,
up.
2 years
Clap it
straight.
up. 2 years straight. Kyle Pitts.
Dang.
Kyle Pitts.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I yeah,
Like
Cal Pitts,
so
he
we're
let me
giving
down, man.
big time, bro. Like, and I thought this was gonna be the year where he like actually turned the corner,
Oh
but
man.
albeit Desmond Ritter and Taylor Heineke,
Tyler
like
Conklin, yeah.
like
Oh
I
man.
can completely understand that. But for him to finish wide receiver, I mean tight end, excuse me, tight end 14 on the year. You got Njoku who had a better season than you. You got guys like Dalton Schultz who had a better year than you. Cole Kmet. Like it
Jake
was another name,
Ferguson.
Jake Ferguson. So
Listen,
that's
yeah.
unacceptable, right?
These are
Like
rookies. Sam Laporte. I mean, these are
Sam
rookies.
Laporta, yeah. Like so, all of these guys finishing over a guy who was picked what number 3 overall, somewhere like
4.
that. 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. Hopefully they draft a quarterback or get like a veteran quarterback. I heard things about Russell Wilson going there, maybe Justin Fields as well. Like I heard that. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but those are two of the names that I heard that was linked to Atlanta in the offseason. So hopefully they are a quarterback away from really getting that offense going. Okay. I know you guys gonna hate me for this one. This is like my second tight end on the list. Only got two more people left
Uh-oh.
to pick from. Now, hear me out, y'all. This is arguably the greatest tight end of all time, right? 8
I
straight 1,000-yard seasons.
Mm.
I think he's only 60 yards from having his other one, so he's going to play
six,
tonight.
16.
16. There you go. 16 yards
Mm.
away. So he's going to play tonight to secure that ninth year or eighth year, whichever one it is inside of a row. No other tight end in NFL history has more than 2 straight
Correct.
seasons of 1,000 yards, right? So I did a little bit of homework there. But Travis Kelce has to go on the list by default because he was the only tight end picked in the very first round. Now I get it; he was tight end 2 on the year, as of right now, anyway. But for him to be picked like as like a top 5 pick, he did not give you
Mm-mm.
anywhere remotely close to that. So going into like the 2024, 2025 season, you know what I mean? I don't think that there is a tight end that's going to be worthy of being picked in the pretty much the very first 2 rounds, depending upon like how your league is set up. Travis Kelce has been a staple, double digit like TDs. He has been 1,100 plus yards over the past 3 to 4 seasons. It's just he wasn't worthy of a first round pick. You know what I mean? Oh, and you pick. How you feel about that, Jamar? How you feel about that? Just be
So
honest, man.
yes, so just so you know, in the league that I made the finals in 4 straight years in, one of the most consistent reasons why is because I use my first round pick on Travis Kelce in those leagues because those leagues has been 16 team leagues except for this past year, which was 14. Which this year I think I got him in the second round. But anyway, um, he definitely like he fizzled out for me in the last month, like, and I think that's predicated on Kansas City not really having a real wide receiver one out there.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm with you on that. Because he pretty much was part of the reason why my team faltered in the finals. He definitely was the reason. He definitely wasn't the reason why I got to the finals in the playoffs either. So no, I do feel a certain type of way. So I get it. It does hurt my heart, but I completely understand. And I'll say this much: unless Kansas City addresses the wide receiver position in the off season, um,
Gonna be like that
yeah,
from now on.
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink some things in that particular league for sure. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, there is no reason for a tight end, in my opinion, over the next course of the next 2 years to be picked in the first, maybe even like the second round, guys. You know what I mean? So Travis Kelce, again, we're finally seeing like the taper on him. You know what I mean? Father Time is undefeated. We seeing him starting to like to slow up, but you already mentioned it, Jamar. The pass catchers in Kansas City or lack thereof, outside of Rasheed Rice. Hopefully he do get his 1,000 yards after this game today, because like that'll be dope inside of his you know uh, early career. But let's just go ahead and wrap this list up. I put one QB on the list, and this one was pretty like tough for me. Um, it was Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence.
Mm.
Such high expectations. I could have went the Justin Herbert route, but he missed 3 games already, going up on like a fourth for this week, and he had just like a major injury that it kind of kept him out. But no excuse to him either. So Justin Herbert gets honorable mention, but Trevor Lawrence to finish QB 14 in a year where we thought that like that they were going to take a step forward. They got You already mentioned Evan Ingram. You know what I mean, finishing as like what, a top 5 tight end this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we thought Calvin really was going to be there. Travis Etienne has been phenomenal this year. It's just Sunshine was battling a bunch of injuries. Like we completely understand that, and I think he's even considered questionable for today's game against Tennessee, I believe. But
Yeah, true game time decision. Yep.
yeah, so like, but again, like you still have to have a spot up on the list, especially when I thought that you were gonna take off. So yeah, man, that kind of pretty much wraps the bus up. I got the keys ready to go, man. I'm about to go ahead and ship these guys off, man. So say your final
Wait,
farewells.
so all right, so can can I think there might be still room on this bus a little bit
Oh yeah, for sure.
if you wanna take some other people. So could we throw out like names like Jalen Waddle and Terry McLaurin? Can we go to those names?
Mm.
Could those names
Yeah.
make the cut?
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Jalen. I mean, I'm gonna give it to Terry McLaurin because his situation is kind of effed up. But Jalen Waddle, I did not see that one coming, man. I think he is somewhere sitting like the back end 20s, right? As far as wide receivers. Please don't
Uh,
tell me 30, Jamar.
let me do some counting here. 29.
I
Wow.
know it was the back end 20s, but man, that's damn near 30 right there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure how many games he missed, man, but he didn't look very electric this year. I know he had some injuries like here and there, but to be paired up on the opposite side of Cheetah, knowing that he, garnered so much attention, you would have thought that he would have came up with like a much better season this year.
I got another name. Um, Hollywood Brown.
Okay,
Mm.
where did he finish? I didn't have any expectations for him because he was on Arizona anyway.
Yeah, but I didn't expect him to finish 50.
Jesus, how many games did he
Jeez.
miss? I gave everybody like a 3 game. Like if you miss 3 game, I kind of like slid you off of it. You know what I mean? I was kind of being a
Oh,
little bit gracious to you.
so he missed two, the
Okay,
last two games.
so he's on there.
Without a doubt.
He missed the last two, and that's it. Right? I don't
So he's
understand.
on there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and throw him on there. Ian, man, you got anybody that need to, you know what I mean? Hop. I mean, we got coffee, donuts on the bus, man. It's early, so you know what I mean? Like we gonna make these guys comfortable, but just know that these donuts were cooked yesterday. They don't get the fresh donuts; they get the ones that they was about to throw away. So
Man,
Man,
you know what? To be honest, I mean, he did finish top 10, and I wanted this specific quarterback so bad, but I'm
mm,
kind of glad that I didn't get him. Man, Patrick Mahomes, bro. I
mm,
ca-
I'm glad
ooh,
you said that.
I
I was
I
this
ooh,
I,
close to
I
putting him
wanted
on there, Ian. I couldn't do it.
ooh.
yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
do it, man.
I wanted Patty so bad. Like I was pissed that I couldn't get Patty. So, Justin Fields was my it's like, well, let me take Justin. I'm pretty sure ain't nobody going. He'll still be there. But man, I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I don't think I would make it to the final.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, and I couldn't get
Ooh.
him I couldn't get him in either league. And I don't know if it was the league that we were all in or it was in my other league. I think I was one pick away from getting on. So I'm about to get him, and then whoever was picking in front of me, they went and got him. I said,
And the crazy thing about this is the only reason why I didn't put him on it is he still finished as QB7. That's
Yep.
yeah,
the only reason.
yeah. But from what I was expecting though, from I think I had him last year, man. Patty did his thing, so uh that might off the top of my head, that might be the only one I got. Is Patty for
Whew.
sure.
Man,
So
no, straight up, because you got to think of like it was 2 names that just didn't sit well with me in front of him, and that was Jordan Love and Brock Purdy. Like I'm like, like both of those guys gonna
Yeah.
finish higher than Patrick Mahomes. She may be, man, because things
Taylor
things
Swift a
been
curse, bro.
things been. I don't know, bro. I don't know, and I like Taylor Swift too. So
Yeah, I ain't got no beef with her,
nah.
but if she did affect my fantasy team, then yeah, I do have a little
Man,
little
Taylor
beef with
Swift
her.
Taylor Swift got to get in that office and tell them to draft a receiver. After no more receiver.
Man,
Or
she need to
trade
put
really
on the
trade for
pads
one.
or something like you being in the booth ain't cutting it.
Yeah, she gotta help her man out.
But so just so the final bus at quarterback we have Trevor Lawrence. I guess honorable mention would be Patty Mahomes on that one, somewhat,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
almost
And I had
like
to
Only
throw.
ma-
Don't forget about Justin Herbert as well.
so basically maybe so they like bus tickets was purchased for these people, but they didn't
Yeah,
get on. So that's what it is.
They no,
yeah.
they damn sure had the tickets, man. They damn
Okay.
sure had the tickets.
All right, so then for running backs, without a doubt, like these people was probably like the first ones on the bus. You got Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, and Tony Pollard. They probably
Mm-hmm.
all sitting in the front right there.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then wide receivers, Calvin Ridley, T. Higgins. But then we also had a couple of other rooms. So we had Hollywood Brown and Jalen Waddle join them right on in.
All aboard.
Uh, Cal Pitts is a two-time loser here, so he's been swinging down.
Man.
He has the
Oh,
back
he's
of the
sitting right
bus
next
seat.
to
He the
me.
driver. He the
No,
driver of
no,
the
he's sitting
bus.
right next to me. He's sitting right next to me.
Oh, oh, okay. And then Travis Kelsey, everybody just looked and like, Like, yeah, So, all right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 10 names on this bus. All right, that's perfect. That's perfect. We got 10 of them boys. Okay. All right, so and I guess until next year for those guys. Well, 2 years for those guys. I don't know. They on probation. I don't know.
Yeah, Cal Pitts damn sure on
Man,
probation.
yeah,
So I really, really hope Cal Pitts find him a better quarterback. Either he's still sticking in Atlanta or he gets moved somewhere with a better quarterback.
yeah.
Because we have the hashtag of free Cal Pitts, and we kind of see why. Like there's no way that quote unquote Hall of Fame Cal Pitts should be on this bus 2 years in a row.
No, not at all.
It's not too many people that we come out the draft and call them Hall of Fame. The reason why we call them Hall of Fame because they get picked so high that you got to make the Hall of Fame. Say Saquon Barkley is another one. Hall of Fame is Saquon Barkley, but at least he, when he's productive and healthy, I mean, yeah, he's cool. But,
Yep.
man, so I guess we could do the opposite of this a little bit. The give flowers. I couldn't find a better name at the last minute, but more so, I guess people that's not getting shipped off, people that's getting recognition here. And
Yeah.
I would say for starters, Deshaun kind of mentioned him already. Joe Flacco. This man came up off the couch.
Literally.
Off the couch, flew to Cleveland, was on the practice squad, got signed to the active roster, and went crazy. So if you started Joe Flacco in the playoffs, I mean, there's a good chance you probably took home gold.
Mm-hmm.
As crazy as he played. So just want to give him flowers on that one. So I guess running back. I mean, some of the top 10 was a little surprising. Like earlier, like I mentioned, Travis Etienne finishing running back 2. That's bonkers to me, and I was dead wrong about him before the beginning of the year. So I just wanted to acknowledge my wrongs on that one. But I want to give a special shout out to Isaiah Pacheco because that man was on one the whole year.
I also want to give another couple of shout outs to like the running backs that I want to give flowers to. Like the main two I've been preaching over the past 3 to 4 weeks have been Kyron Williams and Rashad White. Both of those guys like smoked their ADPs for this year.
Yeah.
Both of them.
And also one last shout out to. So normally, like anytime that I watch Hard Knocks and stuff like that, like a part of my heart goes towards that team because I see what they put in, blah blah blah. But the first Hard Knocks, I want to give a shout out to Breece Hall. Breece Hall, weathering the storm with that atrocious situation, which should have been a great year for him and that offense, ended in 4 plays. 4 freaking plays.
And coming off that injury of last year, yeah.
And he showed in that first game against Buffalo that like he has explosion again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just want to give that. Wide receivers. I know our boy. We mentioned him in the top 10, but I still want to give a shout out to DJ Moore, man. He has a chance to break the franchise receiving yard record today if he goes crazy.
And that's held by whom?
In the season? Yeah, who is that held by?
That's
Brandon Marshall?
Possibly. Honestly, I can't even tell you. But I'm about to find out though.
Only 2 names coming to mind are Allen Robinson and Brandon Marshall. That's it.
Or Alshon Jeffrey, maybe.
Maybe who holds the? Let's see. Yeah, Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
1508.
Damn.
Yeah, DJ, he had to go crazy today. He need 2 with some change.
But is it out the realm of possibility?
I mean, who do you guys play?
No, to Green Bay at Lambeau.
Yeah, it's out of the realm of possibility. Ooh. I mean, I'm not saying that he can't go for 150, but for 200, for Green Bay secondary, I don't think so.
Make a break game. He go for 200, then it should be a nice day. It should be a nice day for Justin.
He gonna need at least that, like, I mean, because he have shown that he can do like one catch 60 yard, one catch 80 yard. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
for
Something
sure.
like that. So he's gonna need one of those if you want to
One
get
of
to.
those. Yeah,
Yep.
early in the game.
And I'll
Yeah.
say this much: had Justin not missed a month, he would have had that record this year.
Yeah, he would have. For sure. For sure. He wouldn't have missed
Instead of,
them couple of games.
instead of
Would have
agent
put that in the
Bajan
bag.
throwing the dang ball.
So it's looking like he's a wide receiver 8. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Um, and also let's give a shout out to Brandon Ayuk this year. I felt like he had a great year.
He did. He
He
did.
had a great past 2 years actually. Like he's been fantastic.
Yeah.
No Pro
That's
Bowl
true.
for him though, man. Like that Pro Bowl, man, it was a couple of snubs on there, man. Like I
Yeah, our guy got snubbed, but I ain't gonna go there. But uh, Adam Thielen, old man Thielen, did his thing this year with Carolina.
He had over 1,000, right?
he did, man, with freaking Bryce Young there, bro.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
It does.
Instead of got people like Calvin Ridley,
Yeah, man.
Much better quarterback, much less
Better
results from that.
situation. Yeah.
and
Like
you know what?
I gotta say this though, man.
Yeah,
Okay, so Tyreek Hill has been pretty much the fantasy MVP, right? Okay, listen.
yes,
This is a CeeDee Lamb time for me because for him to Tyreek Hill was here, everybody else was here. Like he was so far apart, and for him to be able to even catch him as far as like yards go, I think Tyreek missed the game. I know he was banged up one of
yep,
those games, or he had went out one of those games, and CeeDee Lamb has been amazing over the course of like that is probably my personal playoff MVP. Because every single game for like the past 5 weeks, he has been amazing. Like simply
lights out.
like
So,
lights out. Week 10, 39 and a half. Week 11, 16 and a half. Week 12, 17. Week 13, 32. Week 14, 19, 18, 25, and 40 last week. That's crazy. That is crazy. To the tune of 367 fantasy points. And he's above Tyreek Hill in fantasy points right now, bro. It's like the season he's having is astronomical. You know what I mean? So I just I just kind of had to get that off. Tyreek Hill been amazing. I mean the top three guys there have been nothing but phenomenal. Amon Ra, Tyreek Hill, and CeeDee Lamb has been just automatic guys. So
That's facts. And then I'll reiterate one more. He's top 10. He is him, Nico Collins.
yeah.
Like he gets all the flowers. Oh, we got a champ. We got a champion. The champ is here.
I do. Didn't I say like we need to rewind the clip? Hey, production team, I need y'all to, get back and rewind when I said that this man was gonna take it, bro. Because I said that. Shout out to you, Fox, bro.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Oh man, he said my season's over, but just seeing y'all online. Yeah, we just giving out awards, acknowledgments. Like Ian is a champion as well, so
Yep.
giving Ian flowers. I mean, yeah, this is definitely just a good time out here. Except for that bus. That bus is something else. That bus is something else. But yeah, Nico, man, my gosh. And then last night was just pretty much a prime example of,
Of what's been happening all year.
man, when he's healthy and given the opportunity, my gosh. And so let me just ask y'all this, because this was another thing I wanted to. I know it's early, but like, do you think like for instance, like Kyron Williams, is he pretty much like RB2 entering next year? Like Brees Hall, is he like top 5? Is Jahmyr Gibbs worthy of a top 5 pick? Stuff like that, like guys trending in the right direction. Because
I would
it's
say
like,
yes. I would say yes to pretty much all the above. Considering that Kyron Williams, man, that ain't no fluke.
nah.
Sean
Nah.
McVay is really getting the best out of this dude, man. That's a Notre Dame guy too, man. So like that's close to home. So shout out to Kyron Williams for being what we thought Cam Akers should have been.
That exactly.
You know
Kyron
Yeah.
Williams is what we
Yeah.
thought Cam Akers was supposed to be.
what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dang, that hurt my heart saying that, but that's what it was because we was on the Cam Akers train. We
Yeah,
was a couple years ago.
Talented guy. He had the right head coach to be able to get the the best. I guess he was hitting on his wife or whatever the case may be.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
And
Yeah,
it-
so
and Kyron took his old jersey number 2, so I was like, dang, they just trying to get rid of this man all the way around.
The disrespect.
Hey, like we gonna write off Cam
Yeah,
Akers in
man.
our history.
yeah, but yeah, man, it's I know, like you're right, Jamar. I think Kyron Williams needs to be, he need to get some respect. You know what I mean? Especially in like PPR leagues. Brees Hall is a little bit more valuable. So is Rashad White, considering that he has pretty damn good hands out the backfield. So I think that lowers him. Raises him. It lowers guys like Austin Eckler. You know what I mean? It lowers guys like Derrick Henry, who was still worthy of a first round pick this
Yeah.
year. So
So-
we're gonna see a lot of risers this year.
So if I was to do a very quick, like top 5 list for running backs entering next year, of course, you know who number 1 is. I don't even got to mention his name. We already
that
know.
one guy over there.
Yeah, he's special. Matter of fact, and then number 2, they both wear the same jersey number, so I guess they got Mike Jordan on the mind. So we got CMC 1, Kyron Williams 2. I guess Travis Etienne. He would have to be 3 right now. I would put Brees Hall 4, and then I would give the edge to Gibbs right
Yeah, I
now.
was gonna say, what about Jameer?
Jameer will round out my top 5.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. The only name that is probably notable off that list is maybe Nick Chubb, considering that like he had that injury. Like that's the only name that I would probably put inside the top 5, but I'm not sure how he's going to perform.
Let's not, because I want his ADP to be very low so I can take him as a steal next year. Let's not.
So he don't want me to drop no gems. Okay.
Gotcha.
Not yet, at least.
But no, I think that's about it, man. Like I think Saquon goes down a little bit. I think Kamara goes down a bit. Like it's
and it's not even because like Kamara's like production. He's been great this year. Kamara's been.
It's just these younger guys have really ascended. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, and then like Devon Achane, he gets my attention for a top 10 pick next year, depending on what they do with Raheem Mostert there, because I can't imagine Raheem replicating the same thing next year. I cannot see.
What, he's 30 now too, right? 30, 31, somewhere around there.
Yeah, he's a
man sitting at running back 3 on it here.
But a lot of that, like I was before you got on, I was telling Ian, like a lot of that production is touchdown dependent.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, then you got the likes of Kenneth Skywalker out there that's still productive. The likes of, I guess, even your boy that's on the bus, his ADP is going to fall, but you can get probably good value for him next year. Austin Eckler.
I ain't picking him, bro. Like I picked him. I picked him this year. I am not picking him next year at all.
I know you're not. He's on that bus. I'm already knowing. Jonathan Taylor, I think that might be a sneaky pick next year.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
James Conner. I mean, he just has a knack to finding the end zone. I don't know. And until they actually get some real pass catches, I mean, he's gonna get production. James Cook, that's another one. I don't know. Running back list looks pretty interesting next year. Foxborough. He said, I'm in a 16-man half-point PPR. I can never place. What's a good draft strategy? I don't try running back heavy, receiver heavy. Nothing works. Y'all got any advice? Let me get this one.
Oh yeah, we already know. Break it down for him, young fella.
All right, so for this one here, because this is the league that I finished basically in the finals 4 straight years. This year just had me a 14 team, and the last 3 was 16 teams. So I mentioned earlier, like Travis Kelce was my strategy as far as my first pick because you want to get premium at the positions that are so scarce. So, like for next year, we kind of mentioned Travis Kelsey being on the bus, and rightfully so based on what happened here. But I would say you definitely want to target a premier tight end within the first 2 rounds next year. That's first and foremost. Um, Second, you basically want to um, either get the running back position or even the quarterback position. That's premier. And the reason why I consider those over the wide receivers because wide receivers become a dime a dozen at that point. Like my wide receivers in this year that got me to the finals consisted of Cortland Sutton before he had the concussion, um, Tyler Lockett, who's been okay, and didn't even catch a lot of touchdowns this year. George Pickens was on my team for the most part, and we saw how that went. But I ended up picking up Demarcus Robinson. So as you see, like I can find production with that. But you gotta put your stock in the scarce positions. So you want to get the premier talent at the scarce positions early on, so that way you have the advantage over your opponent no matter what each and every week. So I had Lamar Jackson as my quarterback. That was a win. Travis Kelsey on paper was a win. Um, my running back room was ridiculous, and that's because I've more so played the waiver wire on that one early on. But you basically want to tackle those two, and then after that, you're just basically finding, number one wide receivers within the offense that's probably gonna get their stats, but like flying under the radar type deal. So there's definitely, ways to go about that. But tight end should be something you should prioritize early on. That's what I got. So yeah, I know you're already in the Discord, so if you have more questions in the off season, definitely do not hesitate because we gonna definitely I'm gonna definitely be active.
Yeah, those deeper leagues can be pretty tricky. I'm in a 14-man league. I think that's the deepest one that I have. Pause or whatever. So it's like you really do have to come in there with some sort of strategy. You know what I mean? Because if you just start picking willy nilly, then you might miss out on a bunch of running backs. You might miss out on a couple of wide receivers, and then you're looking at your team and you're looking at everybody else's, and you're clearly inferior to like the top guys in your league. So you definitely got to go in there with like a game plan. I did not win my 14 teamer, but I won it last year too. So
there you go. And it says top 3 tight ends for next year: Stan Laporta, Travis Kelsey. But I'm also looking to see what Kansas City does in the offseason to address the wide receiver position to free up Travis Kelsey some more, and then probably a healthy T.J. Hockenson. Those 3 for me are top 3 tight ends entering next year. What y'all think?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give some honorable mention to Mark Andrews, considering that I think that's what the Ravens have been missing. If he was there, I think again, and that's crazy to say considering that they won 13 games this season pretty much without him. But if he was there, like they'll be even, that much more of a scarier opponent. So
yeah, true. And then Burnt Ball Sack said,
hey,
Nick,
they want you to keep that up on down low, man, so you can get them maybe in like the second round or something.
Yeah, let's forget about Nick Chubb. Wink, wink. For now, do not mention that man's name. We know,
but he's 100% right. Is when Nick Chubb is, and that's one of the biggest things, man. I hate that it had to happen in the game which they played us. Hopefully he do come back to form because the league is a better place when Nick Chubb is running, and he was not arguably, he was the best running back when he was healthy.
Absolutely, the best overall back in the league.
Yeah.
The best pure runner in the league. Yeah,
correct.
For sure.
Ooh, that's a good question. Y'all think Flacco coming back for Cleveland?
Man, what does Stone Cold say? Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah, he'll be back. Look, man, like old man Flacco, gray in the beard and all, just basically rejuvenized that team. I think Cleveland is actively looking forward to getting rid of Deshaun Watson. I think that the Deshaun Watson project is over, in my opinion. Um, I think that they're going to keep this guy around at least for one more year, for sure,
It
because you
Yeah,
has to,
can't. Yeah,
just
yeah.
for the insurance. Yep.
bro. And arguably, well, I ain't gonna say it's pretty much almost solidified. I ain't gonna say 100%, but it's about 99.9% sure that is probably the worst trade in sports history. In sports history,
Yeah.
and Houston has a draft still has a first round pick this year coming from that trade. It's wild. So yeah, I mean that'd be crazy not to. And the Jets look real stupid right now. They had him on the roster last year. He actually reached out to the Jets to see if they needed any help, and they told him, "Nah, we're good."
Oh, damn! I know that.
Dude,
Wow.
what are y'all thinking? But yeah, yeah, I'm just, dude, I can't believe this year's it's over, man.
Dude, and,
Yeah.
and, and it's like lightning, man. Like you blink and you miss it. Pretty much, you gotta, like pretty much, take it all in as it's happening, pause, and just kind of enjoy like the ride because it's here today, gone tomorrow. Like seriously, from the like I can still remember me drafting in every one of my leagues, like in every single last one. It just seems like it was just yesterday. No, I did not have any fantasy glory this year, but hey, you can't. You can't win them all. Injuries and in football, you know what I mean? In the sport of football, that's one thing that's gonna happen. Bad
Yep.
picks are gonna happen.
True.
Players, not being able to live up to their ADP is gonna happen. Jalen Waddle. So, it's a couple more names up on there, similar to Waddles that, you just kind of hate that you picked up. But hey, you live to fight another year, man. So I'm trying to get back to Ian status. You know what I'm saying? Since Ian took home the goal in the league that I've just dominated in, man. But maybe like the sun is setting on me. Maybe it's time for old man Brady to, go ahead and ride off into like the sunset. So I don't know,
That's how you feel? How you think I feel? How you think I feel? I have not won my league and I don't remember.
Yeah.
So every time I get close, I think this is the worst finish I had in the league in forever. Because I'm usually at least hovering around the finals every year. I ain't even.
Top
I,
three. Yep. You got the most top three finishes of anybody, including me. Even though I do got 6 championships, but you got more top three finishes than I do. So that sucks. That sucks.
Ooh, just can't get it done, man. I don't know. Like I don't know what else I can do but keep trying. But dang. But nah, if anything, I'm happy for Ian. At least I lost to the champ. And I actually had a good chance until CMC and Debo
Dude,
Samuel won.
it was them San
Bro,
Francisco boys. They
yeah.
be getting it done.
Dude, and both of them went crazy the same game.
They
That's what.
yeah, they both were crazy that same week. I think they play Washington that week, I believe.
No, it
No,
was
they played
somebody
Washington the
else.
other. It was somebody else.
It was somebody else. I'm sitting here like, you got to be kidding me. It was CMC, and then all of a sudden, Debo like, nah, give me my chain back, and then he snatched somebody's chain and just like, dog. I'm like, chill. There was no chill. They scored
And
like
the
all the
crazy,
touchdowns that game.
I think they
and the
scored like
crazy,
5 touchdowns that day.
bro. The crazy thing about it is, it's like every time that happens, San Francisco has like a Sunday night game or a Monday night game, so you gotta like sweat it out. You know what I mean? You think that you're like good, like you're sitting good, and then you look over and Ian got Christian McCaffrey left to still play on Monday. You know what I mean? You like,
Dude,
man. Worst case scenario right there, bro.
dude,
So
Yeah, man.
man, that sucked. But
But like you guys stated though, I even kind of hesitated taking him too because his injury history. But
mhm.
and
I
that's where a lot of
mean,
people
I know,
went
yeah, but I
wrong.
know his production. I'm just like, I gotta roll with him.
You did good because that's where a lot of people went wrong this year.
Yeah.
They was too busy thinking about Chris McCaffrey's injury prone. He can never play a full season.
Yeah.
He is always some soft tissue injury.
Oh, wait a minute, Jamar. Wait, is that? Are we still doing like the little keeper thing in that league? The one player from what? Did we do away with that this year?
We did.
Okay. I was just making sure. Cause like I got a couple. I had a couple of names up on there.
Man, who you telling?
Yeah.
Boy. But yeah. Oh, so real quick, let's actually talk about some actual football real quick. Your team definitely did their part
Yep.
last night. So right now you need a Jags loss or a Bills loss, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that Jags off seems more of a short thing than more it's like the Bills. The Bills are playing with a chip on their shoulder right now. Like their
Yeah.
Hmm.
defense is really getting to it. So, either way, but I still don't think that we are deserving of being able to make like a postseason bid. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. Like we didn't handle business. We lost to a couple of teams that we should have beat, and
Yeah.
we wouldn't have never been up in this in this position in the first place. But I tip my hat to Mason Rudolph because like he's played well, man. Like and he put us in position to be able to win football games. So Mason Rudolph has been looking pretty damn good over the course of like the past 3 weeks or so.
Yeah, he's playing like somebody that's trying to keep an NFL job.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
so yeah. No, shout out to him. A lot of crazy scenarios today with a lot of different teams. So even though our Bears, Ian, we got eliminated, but I feel
Hmm.
like it is so much riding on this game here, and
Oh
I
yeah,
kid,
it's a big game for our franchise. It's a big game. It's really a tell-all game today.
yeah,
And I know that's why the NFL flexed it too.
yeah.
Even with last night's game, they Roger Goodell was kind of smart with this last weekend. He kind of flexed certain games to like Indianapolis and Houston. They had a basically
Take
winner
all.
gets in the playoff, loser goes home. So I can see why they played last night. Yeah, we don't have a playoff shot, but we can knock the Packers off in this big rivalry, and then we got the number one pick, and all the rumors, swirling around Justin Fields and Eberflus, you know. So I mean, they did a pretty good job with flexing certain games.
Facts. And I'm glad that, as far as scheduling purposes, I'm glad, a few years ago when they started, like the last game of the year is always against a division opponent.
Yeah,
That just made it like that much more, exciting. And so I feel like this game for us, for our Bears, like I said, this here is a telling game. It is. So I put it to you like this. Virginia McCaskey. In
her
George. I
birthday the
know.
other day.
Jeez, like, dude, she got unlimited hearts in her life. I don't know, but but and I know how you feel about George, but nevertheless,
Man,
I know one thing's for sure with them. They value beating Green Bay as like Ohio State beating Michigan type deal.
yeah,
So with that being said, if Justin Fields goes out there plays like he did against Atlanta, that Bears defense goes out there and dominate like they have been for the last several weeks. And just so you know, they have forced 18 turnovers in the last 6 games. 18 of them boys.
if I'm
So
not mistaken, I'm not sure. You can double fact check. I think the Bears lead the league in interceptions. I don't know. You can fact check that. I thought I read that somewhere.
I'm, I'm about to. But the Bears go out and dominate this game and come up with the win, and Justin plays excellent. I I'm pretty much guaranteed that man is staying where he's at with no issue.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. I mean, if he puts on a show today, he put the pressure on the franchise to be like, y'all gonna let me go after we trending up, defense getting better.
you are
Um,
absolutely right, Ian. 22 interceptions for the Bears, 21 for the 49ers. So,
yeah,
All right. So real quick pivot because we actually have a question from Jenna. Tajay
championship game.
Tajay Spears or Jacoby Myers in the championship game.
Mm.
Ooh wee. So first and foremost, I'm gonna say you are a brave soul. to be in this position on week 18. This is rough.
Yeah.
Whereas there's a
Who
lot of unpredictability.
the Titans play the Jags, right?
Yep. And Raiders
And
play the
play
Broncos.
Broncos,
Broncos.
yeah.
Uh,
I would.
I might go with uh, I might go with Tajay Spears on this one.
It's like, how much is Derrick Henry going to play? Is the question.
Yeah.
Uh, man,
He said I would undoubtedly play Kyron, but he's not playing. See, that's that week
That's the
18
thing. Yeah, that's the struggle with
stuff.
the last week.
I'm gonna go with Jacoby Myers. And look, and I'm no warm and fuzzies here, right? So just like you guys mentioned, like this is week 18. I get it. Like a lot of guys, opt out this week, especially with playoff scenarios already being, fate's been already sealed. You know what I mean? But I think last time Jacoby Myers played Denver, like he did fairly well, and that was at Denver. They're at home this week. I do need to go back and see Derrick Henry's usage as to Tajay Spears over the past couple of weeks, but I at least know that Jacoby Myers have been he has been getting like targeted or whatever. So I'm gonna go.
JT had a big game for me yesterday.
That
JT,
helps.
big
Yo, yeah,
time.
he had the big time game yesterday. Yeah.
Can the Jags can be ran on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes down to me like, how much is Derrick Henry really going to play today?
Yeah. How many carries he gonna get? What's his
Does
value
he
gonna play
have
today?
any incentives in his contract for him to be playing today?
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Going into this last week.
Last week at Houston, he had 12 carries. The prior week, he had 19. Prior week, he had 16 and 17 in week 14. So he had 17, 16, 19, and 12 carries, respectively. But that was only to the tune of 18 fantasy points, 5 fantasy points, 21 fantasy points, and then 4.2 fantasy points at Houston last week. So
Mm.
in the game against Jacksonville, considering that they are a division opponent, at Jacksonville, he had 10 carries for 38 yards and 5.4 fantasy points. So that's not very.
No warm and fuzzies.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. And like I said before, I think that's the only reason why I'm
Yeah.
going with Jacoby Myers. But just watch Derrick Henry run for 110 yards and the TD too. After I said this, but I'm gonna still go with Jacoby Myers. Let me see, what did he do last game? Myers. Because I know Buddy actually had a really nice game, Devontae Adams, last week. So I'm sure that Jacoby probably got he didn't get so he had 10 targets though last week at Indy
That's
to the
impressive.
tune of 11.6 points, 5 targets, 4 targets, 6 targets. So he's
So,
averaging about 6 targets over the past 4 weeks. So
I mean, that's encouraging though.
it is encouraging. And week 1 is when they played at Denver. So they were on the road at Denver. 9 catches off of 10 targets, 81 yards, and 2 TDs. 29 fantasy points. So,
Who was Jimmy G the quarterback then? No. It was somebody else, wasn't it? Because I don't think Jimmy G was healthy. Was Jimmy G healthy then?
week 1, I'm not sure. Don't get me the line, bro. Let me double check. Garoppolo.
Maybe he was.
Yep, he was healthy. He
Okay.
was healthy because he was the one that threw his 2 TDs. Also had an interception, just like Jimmy G does, for 15 fantasy points.
But it's somebody I know that just forever riding the Jimmy G bandwagon like he's the greatest thing ever. But
Who did that?
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Ian, no.
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 Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, I was just looking at his stats, and every game he played this year, he had a turnover. So I'm just saying, I just have to throw that out there. So do with that information as you please.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I would roll Jacoby Myers as well. It's too many unfreaking knowns, man.
It is,
With
man.
that
This week
team.
is pretty shaky, and I think a lot of people are see there are a lot of incentives to be made this week, right? And this is a good
Correct.
time for people to be like, if you're a betting man, if I were you, I would be hitting some of these incentives. Like, I know it's a couple of players offensively. Damn it, like I would have to go back and look, but like I was reading like an article last night at work and saying like how a bunch of players are, playing today, just strictly based off of incentives.
As they should.
Yeah, so if I was a betting man, which I might have put a little bit of money on FanDuel when I was doing reading last night, but that's between me and my FanDuel account,
Oh man. No, yeah, if you can get a hold of any information about regarding incentives today, that'd be great.
That helps.
See, this is why I wish Tom Brady was still playing because he makes sure his guys get the
I
incentives.
swear he does, man. So it looks like she got Gino, Eckler, JT, Jettis sucks. I mean, because like, his
But
injury.
but he has a fabulous matchup today.
Oh, for sure. Like he's gonna do well. So.
Matter of fact, that team looks excellent. Yeah, well, that's his championship. Except for that Eckler part, but we already
Where'd
mentioned
Gino
that
at
bust.
this week? Where he got?
Seattle.
Yeah, who they got this week?
No, I'm in Arizona.
Oh, fantastic matchup.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, Gino, Eckler, JT Money already had a big game. Jetta should have a big game. Brown still got something to play for. Ingram still
Yep.
got something to play for. So like, yeah, like every one of these guys, it just it sucks that she's without Kyron. That's the thing. That's tough.
Yeah, and then by default, you got to play Eckler. So.
Yep. Unfortunately. Man,
Hey,
if he could just do a little bit of something for her, man.
She takes home the glory with Eckler in the lineup. That says a lot.
It does. Jesus.
Jeez, but definitely good luck to you. I am hoping you take home the gold on this one. I wonder what your opponent's team looks like. Just out of curiosity. Oh, $1,000 league. So whoever wins gets $750.
Man, I'm in two of those like that, bro. And it's like, dude, I got so much money wrapped up in fantasy football, and normally I either break even or I'm in the positive. Oh, in most cases, it ain't like that. It ain't like that every year.
But more
this
times
year,
than not.
oh yeah, definitely more times than not.
Yeah.
But this year, I definitely took I took a big hit this year. So I think I'm gonna have to be more selective of like the leagues that I'm in because I got a bunch of money wrapped into it, and I got one league that they voted just to go up on the price. So I'll be in two leagues where it's $150 a head.
Sheesh.
I know that's a lot of money, bro, and it's like I can't. So like I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna have to go back to like the drawing board. So
I feel you. I kind of feel the same way, honestly.
Yeah. Hopefully she get that. I don't know if you're in like the Discord, Jenna, but like that 750. Hopefully like that money is yours. Like I know what it. I do know what it feel like to be in that position and to be nervous and to make sure that you don't play play like the wrong person. You sitting there, and 750 and 250 it's a big difference. So
here's the opponent's team here. Ooh.
Dang.
Ooh.
CD, DJ.
Ooh.
That to CD can kill you.
Yeah.
That to CD can
and
kill
they play Washington today. Ooh.
I don't know.
She in the Discord.
D-Hop might
right on.
with a touchdown or two.
He's the one.
D-Hop,
He's the one playing for
D-Hop.
incentives.
Yeah, D-Hop needs 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I think.
Yep. So I think he needs a certain amount of catches too. Let me pull it up real quick.
Oh just seen it on Instagram too.
Well, Tucker already played. Tucker didn't really do much, right? What was the score last night? Was it 17 to 7?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
So Tucker
10,
only got 1 point.
10 to 17.
Oh, 10 to 17? Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot. So not too many points there. Um Dak, yeah, Dak, CD, and Ferguson. That's the one to really watch. I think White will still get his. Okay, Tucker got 4 points. That's a good start for you.
Okay, so here are the incentives for Dion, bro. So if he reaches 1,050, he gets an extra $1,000,000 in his
Mm.
contract. So he's already sitting at 11. I mean, 10, 11. So he's only a
Wait,
few
he got
yards
that
away
many
from that.
yards?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
don't even
He's still a
seem
1,000
like
yards.
it.
Remember, he had that really big game with
With
Will
Will
Levis.
Levis.
Yeah,
Yeah. Had
that
like
kind of
three
like boosted it.
touchdowns, 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Three of them boys on my bench.
So Hopkins
Ooh.
currently six with 68 receptions. So if he gets to 65 receptions, he get a no. He already passed that. If he gets to 75, he'll have another 500,000. So he can be at
Ooh.
1.5. And he sits at how many TDs? 68 receptions and 6 scores. So if he goes to 8 scores, so if he goes for 2 more touchdowns, that's another 750,000.
Oh
So
my
he,
God.
yeah, so he's playing for some. He playing for some bread today. So I'm sure that they're gonna throw his way early and often.
Dude, you just see 7 catches and two of them to be touchdowns and a couple more yards.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, let's see. That's what, 6, 12, 19. Dude, so he fantasy wise, if he's going off a sentence, he's at least cracking 20 points if he gets his sentence all the way across the board.
Pretty much.
Ooh.
So I mean, that's a tough spot to be in, Jenna. But I'm not saying that his team or their team, is superior to yours, but they do got some pretty good matchups here, and especially that Zamir White is intriguing as well, considering
It is.
that Josh Jacobs ain't playing in that one, and Zeus has been known to find pay dirt. So, man, that's tough.
Man, what she needs is a Tony Pollard game out of the Cowboys.
Or either, man, she just needs Austin Eckler to be freaking Austin Eckler.
That's
Like
asking
that's
too
the
much right
like,
now.
and that's a shame that you got to do that.
Yeah.
No facts. You're gonna need a big week from her two dogs, her two
Yeah,
workhorses right there. So
for
Hmm.
real. I think Jettis will definitely do his part. I see that happening really big today. In fact, is Devontae Smith out?
he's out. He's out.
Ooh. Huh. Okay.
Devontae
Huh.
Smith is out.
So
Man, more
unlock
targets for
AJ
AJ.
Brown.
I
Yeah.
got like like a little note like last night about him not suiting up today. I'm
I
gonna double
thought
check
I
that.
saw that.
Yep. It was like last night. Like I was half asleep when I was reading it. So let me see.
Dude, and then the Jets and the Patriots defense, they gonna cancel each other out. Ain't nobody scoring in that game.
Yep. So no Devontae Smith, Darius Slay. So yep.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. So AJ Brown could be huge again. Pause. So it's Jettas and AJ Brown. Gotta hope
So
for them.
so
Gotta hope
what?
for them.
So she's off to a great start though, because JT went crazy, and then Tucker only got 4 points. So she's off to a good start. So if for whatever reason, if the Cowboys offense just fizzles out for whatever reason, she's in great shape. If Washington decides to come to play for whatever reason, and this is big hypotheticals, she pretty much wins. That's tough though.
It is.
See now, even though we don't have any matches, I feel like I'm gonna be, you know, keeping my eyes on this one here just
Yeah.
in particular the whole day.
Yep.
Man, that's all right. That's all right. Man, fellas, is there anything else y'all want to hit on? Anything before we like pretty much sign off here?
Yeah, man. Like I want to get more so into next year. Like this is like I've been thinking about it heavily.
Okay.
So Jamar, you and I are in a dynasty league, correct? And we've been really keying in up on this thing here for the last couple of years, getting the feel of being like a GM. And there's other like various podcasts that I listen to, as well as like YouTube channels. But
Hmm.
the market for that is very, very small. So I think we should really get into that because I'm watching like the same group of guys week in and week out about like IDP things, and for those of you that don't know, that's individual defensive players. That's when you play both sides of the football. You play defense as well as offense, and you have like a dynasty league, and it's like for keepers. So I think that I know you got like your corner for like when you have like you have like your own little section like on these shows when you're doing your not the FanDuel but your DraftKings.
Yeah.
Like I definitely want to do one for IDP as well. Like going into like the next year
Oh,
and try to go ahead and crack that code as well as
matter of
IDP
fact,
because I know a lot of people are into that as well.
actually, say less. Say less. Where's my Discord at? Let's add the channel right now.
Yeah.
I would say like that's another. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's one thing I was thinking I forgot to mention. Like, gentlemen, is there anything that we can do to add to this podcast next year? Let's discuss it because I want to continue to grow because this year was a great year, and I
It
appreciate
really was.
everybody that's watching, that been watched, that tuned in, that subscribed. But I definitely want to continue this thing because I definitely enjoy myself.
No, I mean, and we all do. Like we're pretty much dedicated to it. All three of us talk outside of this, fantasy football thing, we talk about personal stuff. We, chat and talk about sports majority of the times, even throughout the season. And you can already like sense like that dedication with, all three of us. You got to throw in Walter with that. You guys are even involved in like another sports podcast, which you guys
Yep.
tune into up on a week to week basis. So your commitment is, that goes without saying. Myself, just for me today, like after working a 12-hour shift and I got like a flat tire, what's the first thing I do? I come straight home and I hop on here. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, no joke, man. Like I love doing this. Like I just love fantasy football. And that is a good question, Jamar. Like that is one thing that we can put up in like the Discord on how to improve, like viewership and how to improve upon like the things that we already good at or, things that we can add or omit for that.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. So Dynasty channel is open, just so you know.
Yeah.
So by all means, no, we can definitely do some damage with that one.
Oh, I'm cracking the code this summer, bro. I am cracking the code this summer. So
He
I got
said,
a lot of research to do.
had a new Discord. Could you send the link? It says it's absolutely. Give me a second. There's so many windows up here. Where's my Discord?
Man, it's so good to see so many people in that championship game. Man, I wish this year. It just, down year just wasn't
Yep.
my year. It just doesn't. It don't feel right though, man.
No,
It
it
don't feel
definitely
right.
it feels like that Squidward looking through the window meme. It really does.
Ian out there, waving his hands with Patrick. You know what I mean? I don't like that, Ian. Yeah, he says crown him. Crown him. Hey, you earned it. You earned it, big dog. Like seriously, you earned it.
There it is. Discord link. Definitely join the Discord. We will be continue the conversation in the off season. We love football and fantasy too much not to. Definitely. Man, I know one year, I kid you not, we gonna find our, if schedules align, we're gonna find our way to the NFL Combine. We are gonna go. Like this podcast is gonna be at the NFL Combine. I kid you not.
Yeah, man, that'd be dope for real.
Yeah, it wouldn't be nothing to take a day off now. I'm already, pretty much locked into what I'm doing at work and stuff like that. But to take a day off, yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Just down 65. That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
So I wouldn't mind doing that, dude. And I wish, man, like if we remember when the NFL had Draft Town here those 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wish we was up and running then because I definitely went the second time, and that was an experience I'll never forget. That was great. That was great. So I would say if anytime the NFL comes to your city, please go.
Yep.
It is worth it. It was worth it. But yeah, all right. So I guess anything else, fellas?
No, that was it, man. Just
Yeah.
appreciative, just very appreciative. So, peace and blessings to everybody out there, going into like the 2024 year, man. It's full football is well, fantasy football is over, but it's still a lot more football left. Playoff football is amazing. So I'm gonna be,
Yeah.
locked into that. We got the college championship game coming tomorrow, right? So yeah, I mean
Oh,
Tomorrow
it's
night.
it's
Yep.
it's still it's still a bunch of good football left. So I'm gonna go ahead and soak that up and
dude,
because it'll
I
be here
can't
today,
wait.
going tomorrow too. Yeah.
Facts. I'm actually off tomorrow. I can't wait. Cannot wait, dude. And then just in general. Matter of fact, I'm in a Discord. I'm gonna ask everybody what their actual favorite team is because I don't think we really asked that. Like where the fandom's coming from.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Then it's like a whole bunch of playoff scenarios today. That's gonna happen right in
Yeah. A
front of
lot.
our eyes, live.
Yeah. A lot of
Man, but yeah, dude, if we could beat Green Bay, man, that'd feel like a playoff win for me.
yeah. On the road.
Dude, in hostile environment, and the fact that when we played them week one, our team is completely different than what it is now. Like I think we on par, and then we could finish the division with 3-3, beating everybody at least once. Man. So
Give us
yeah,
something to look forward to.
absolutely. Because as you know, just like last year, the NFL offseason runs through Chicago once again.
Yep. That's gonna be an interesting one this time.
Yeah, and if any one of your favorite teams want to trade up for the number one pick, by all means, come get it. Please come get it.
Meet us downtown by the bean. We can do the deal.
You said by the bean though. Oh man, because I don't want it. Oh man. All right. So I guess with that being said, Mr. Reed, one more time. I guess technically, well, for the first time in 2024, where
For
can
the
they
first
find us?
time, but also, yeah. You can find us anywhere where podcasts are being found. Amazon, iHeartRadio, Apple. Uh, Man, if you look it up, we're pretty much there. We are streaming live right now on Facebook as well as Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you check out all our social media platforms. Like, share, subscribe, comment, do what you guys have been keep doing to be able to keep this thing afloat. And all the love from week 1 to week 18 is greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. Ian, any words until before we sign off, man?
Good luck to everybody in the championships today, late championships. Congratulations to everybody who brought those championships home, and Happy New Year to everybody. Blessings, wealth to everybody.
Well said, my friend. So, and the last thing I'll say is I appreciate everybody that joined us during this NFL season, this run. This was great. Something I look forward to each and every year when it's like after the NFL draft, Deshaun and I get the itchy fingers, start doing fantasy drafts up in up in April and May, mock
Yep.
drafts and
Mark
stuff.
Drive. Yep.
And then June comes, like okay, like hurry up. And then training camp comes, and then August here, preseason games, and
Boom.
then
Yeah.
and then mock drafts turn into real drafts, and then September we hitting the ground running to the end of the year. So it's each and every year we love this. We appreciate you all. We appreciate everything. So with that being said, Happy New Year. Um, and we'll see you all next time. So.
Adios.
Peace.